I thought coming out of the Clipper game, with limited time, I really thought our guys made some really positive strides offensively. I really liked the way we played offensively tonight in terms of the way we moved the basketball, the shots we were getting. I thought we were balanced. We attacked the basket. We got to the free throw line. I thought we generated a lot of really good things. For the entire game, I thought we played a good, sound game. Didn't shoot the ball at all, very well from the 3-point line, and then obviously 64% from the free throw line. That didn't help. I think we scored 120 points with 18 turnovers, 64% from the free throw line, and whatever it was, 29-30% from the 3-point line. Defensively, I thought we got hurt several times at the rim on pull across in the first half. I think we did a much better job defensively. I think it was a little bit misleading defensively, the number of points we gave up, because the number of non-paint twos that they made and what we were trying to do in terms of forcing them into jump shots, they made them, and you got to give them credit. They shot the ball extremely well. They didn't take a lot of threes. I thought we were vulnerable at the basket in the first half. We did a much better job, I thought, in the second half protecting the rim. And then I thought their ability to make a lot of, 15, 18, 10, 12-foot jump shots, where we had a chance to we had momentum, and, they broke the momentum in making those kind of shots.
Questions? Yeah, Royce?
Billy, I think in your first 3 games you shot close to almost 43 in each game. Is that what you want to see, getting up to that kind of number? Or?
Yeah, it's not about the number of threes. It's a balance of our guys are moving and passing the basketball, and guys are wide open, and we got to take those shots. I would say in the Clipper game, and I think I was pretty direct after the game, I thought the ball stopped. I didn't think we moved the basketball very well. I thought we were very one-dimensional. I thought we were easy to guard. Our guys ran the floor. We attacked the deep paint. We tried to play at the rim, but it's very difficult when guys are wide open, to tell them, hey, don't shoot. Because I think what happens is you start to get into a situation where guys start to overthink the game, and you got to take open shots, and we'll get better shooting the basketball, and we'll keep working at that. But I thought tonight we generated really good shots. I think if you look at the fact of what we shot from the 3-point line and what we shot from the free throw line, and turning it over 18 times, and we still scored 120. To me, that was an indication that we were really, I thought, moving the basketball. I think we had 20-something assists, and we didn't shoot it great tonight. And so I think they're trying to do those things. So I was encouraged by that. So a lot of times, you get, if most of the threes we were taking, to be honest with you, were really off of penetration at the rim, where they got caught helping and the ball was kicked back out.
Billy, Paul's really struggled early and often with foul trouble. Do you like what he's doing defensively, or is it just kind of some ticky-tack calls here or there? Or
it was hard. That third one I thought was tough. He's, the ones he's got to probably maybe eliminate are the ones that are maybe he gets a little bit too aggressive, or ones that he could avoid. Because once you get one early, you're kind of playing in that first quarter. If you get another one, it's you're. And I was, to be honest with you, I was very fortunate tonight, because with the way the game was going, I kind of made the decision and rolled with him in 2 separate occasions. One, when he was playing with 3 in the first half, and then when he picked up his 4th early in the third. With the way the game was going, I felt like we needed him out there. I didn't want to. I think when you do that, you break the guy's rhythm, and he becomes a non-effective player because you're taking him out because of fouls, and he never gets into the flow of the game. So I wanted to kind of trust him making good decisions on the defensive end.
Barry?
Yeah, Billy, you went with Diallo a lot more tonight, and you even used Burton. Is that a case of just trying to find something new from those guys?
Well, with the way the game was going, I threw Paul in there early in the third quarter. We went small, and we played Paul at the 4 spot because Bielitsa was out there, just to try to change it up a little bit. It didn't go well early when that lineup was out there. And in fairness to our guys, we hadn't had a chance to work on that a whole lot because of Russell being out, working him in with our team. And then I thought we started to play a little bit better with that lineup. Alex going out kind of threw a wrench into the rotations a little bit. I felt like we needed a spark and some energy, and I thought Diallo and Burton could provide that for us. They're tough, they have great motors, they got really good energy. I thought Deontay had a and I think you saw in the Milwaukee game, maybe the last game in overtime, he knocked down a couple threes. I have confidence in him shooting the basketball. He had a wide open one at the corner, which he missed, but then and also had a great drive to the basket. He missed the dunk. So he did some positive things while he was out there, just with his motor and his energy.
Does Russell Westbrook's return change anything on the team today?
I thought Russell really played well. I give him a lot of credit. I think he worked really hard the last 5 to 6 weeks to try to get himself ready. I mean, for him to come back being out as long as he was and to play like he did. I thought we were faster. I thought we got downhill more. I thought the ball was moving. I really thought in that first quarter we played really, really good basketball. Now the thing that we did not do a good job of, which kind of got them going, in my opinion, was we closed out short to Bielitz twice and gave him 2 threes, and then Shumpert got going in the first quarter with some short closeouts, and they shot the ball extremely well, and that kind of got them, I thought, in their rhythm. And we could have done a better job contesting and getting out to the three-point line. But I thought Russell was a catalyst in terms of how we were trying to play and wanting to play. And I really thought he moved the ball, he got the ball up and down the floor, and he, made the game easy for a lot of guys.
Right. Really, obviously, it's the first game with Russell, but in terms of the way you're starting out games, Patrick and Terrence are shooting the ball well. Are you happy with what you're getting out of those two guys?
They are or not?
Are not.
No, they're not. And I think that, listen, I mean, in all honesty, if you look at our three-point shooting, you look at overall shooting. Now, I thought our overall shooting in the Clipper game had very, very little to do with our guys' ability because of the way we played in that game, in my opinion. I thought today we got back in terms of just talking about it, watching it, trying to understand and have a little bit better, understanding of how we need to play, trying to play. And we've talked about playing faster and moving the ball, and we didn't do that in the Clipper game. And I thought our guys really, really did this. And those guys have got to get in the gym, and they've got to shoot, and they've got to keep working. And I think the rest of the team and the guys and the coaching staff need to continue to show confidence in those guys, because if those guys can step up and make some shots, that certainly will help our team. And let's be honest with you, if you look at the game, they shot it better from the free throw line, they shot it better from the three-point line, they shot it better overall. If you look at the turnovers, I think we had 17, they had 18, or 18, 17. It was basically within one. They made some shots and we didn't, and we've got to be able to continue to stay confident in doing that. Now, obviously, Paul and Russell offensively played very, very well. I got a lot of confidence in those guys. I know Patrick can shoot the basketball, and I believe Terrence can do the same thing too. But this is great for both of those guys to have a little bit of adversity to kind of work through that and be committed to trying to get better from it.
Barry, can you tell us what happened to Alex and what you know about it? His status right now?
When I went down there, he had gotten hit in the head, and coming out of halftime, there was some thought that he could possibly return, and then I was told on the bench that he couldn't return. So I don't really know where he's at. I mean, I just have to talk to the team and then pretty much came in here, so I haven't gotten an update. I don't want to say it's a concussion because I have not been told that.
Anybody else?
Yeah, last question. Is this, Sacramento came out, you said, the first quarter, blazing on the three-point line. You did a better job running them off the line after that. I think they went to 13 three-pointers the last 3 periods. But did that open up things inside for them more, even if it was some of the mid-range stuff?
No, because if you look at the threes that they got, Bielitz got catch and shoot threes. Shumperts were all catch and shoot. We short closed out. We closed out to them. We closed out short, and we tried to contest late. I mean, we needed to be a little bit more aggressive with our closeouts. I don't think it was I think it wasn't like those guys were beating us off the dribble after that and driving to the basket. The layups and our vulnerability at the basket had less to do with the three-point line and more to do with their big rolling and us pulling across and being able to do both things, give help and then be able to aggressively. We were there in time on both of those guys. We just came up short, and we need to be more aggressive in terms of pushing them off the line.
Anybody else? Last one from Barry.
Setting the record here, Bear.
Yeah. Clearly, most people say that you've got more talent than the Kings, especially experienced talent. Was this game tonight an example of sort of the way the league's going, and that
No
closer call, tougher to play defense, and the better shooting you got, which the one thing they've got going for is they're a pretty good shooting team.
Well, I think that you're seeing now is, and we talk about this all the time. I mean, I think the way the game has evolved, you take guys like Russell and Paul who've been in the league for a number of years, or Raymond Felton's been in the league for a long time. The game played today as it was when Raymond 14 years ago is totally different. What you're seeing is a lot of movement and cutting and constant repetitive movement for 24 seconds. That's the way the game's being played. And you have to be able to have the endurance to keep up to that, because if you don't, generally you're going to give up a layup or an open three. Now, I thought our guys gave incredible effort tonight. I thought they worked really, really hard. I thought in some crucial situations, they made momentum-changing shots to slow our momentum down. But that's exactly the way the game is going. Everybody's playing that way. I wouldn't say that they're playing like Golden State, but they're playing in terms of there's just running all over the place. That's what's happening now. And then when you have those young guys playing like that, you've got to be able to keep the stamina to be able to do that.